Okay, we will solve the next exercise. The exercise tells us the cross-sectional area of the C12x30 American Standard stainless steel beam is A equal to 8.81 square inches. What is its cross-sectional area in square millimeters? So this is pretty easy when we are managing inches. It's important for us to understand that we are managing US customary units. And when we manage millimeters, which is actually meters, we use International System Units. So we just have to know the equivalences between one into another, and then we'll find our final result. Then it is important for us to manage this kind of prefixes because this is not the unit. This is a prefix in which this means 1 times 10 to the minus 3 power. There is a chart, you can find it as units prefixes, and in that chart you'll find all the prefixes. I have it right here. So as you can see here, you have the prefix, the symbol, and the multiplying factor. Approximately, no, not approximately, here you'll have the unit, in which if you have maybe deci, which is this letter, it is going to be equal to 10 to the minus 1 power. Then this is pretty easy to memorize. I actually have memorized it because it is important for me that now that I'm managing that kind of information. When you have the unit here on the below part of the chart, you'll find minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, and from that point you'll have to add 3 by 3, so minus 6, minus 9, minus 12, minus 15, minus 18, minus 21, and minus 24. Managing these kind of exercises, maybe you get till micro, which is this one, but it is important for us to understand that there is more kind of prefixes. And on the upper side of the chart you'll find 1, 2, 3, and the same thing, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, and 24. And then you just have to memorize the prefix deci, centi, milli, micro, nano, pico, femto, atto. I actually have memorized until that prefix, but there is still septo, jecto, and the same thing here, hecto, bueno, deca, hecto, kilo, mega, giga, tera, peta, hexa. This is the last one that I've memorized, but there is still zeta and jota, and this is pretty easy because you just have to 1, 2, 3, and then 3 by 3, 3, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, and 24. Then we'll start with our unit conversion, 8.181 square inches. This is very important information. So I'm going to multiply that by inches, and I actually don't know the equivalence between inches into meters. So what I'm going to do is to transform those into feet because I know the equivalence, and then I'm going to transform those into meters. And then I'm going to use the prefix chart, and I'm going to eliminate those meters and transform those into millimeters for me to get the result into millimeters. That is the unit that I've been asked for. So let me move this here. I'm going to erase this here, millimeters. So I know that 1 feet is equal to 12 inches. I know that 1 meter is equal to 3.281 feet. And because of this chart, here you can see milli, the 10 to the minus third power, I know that 1 millimeter is equal to 1 times 10, or the same thing as saying 10 to the minus 3 power. So I've said that this is very important information because it is important for us to evaluate those divisions to the second power. Why is that? Because if I don't do this, then I'm going to get a wrong result, because here I have square inches and here I just have inches. This square is going to convert this denominator into square inches, and then I could eliminate those kind of units. So let me check that I am getting the units that I want. So square inches with these inches, square feet with these feet, and square millimeter with square meters with these meters. So I just have to put this equation into the calculator. So 8.81 times 1 divided by 12 to the second power times 1 divided by 3.281 again to the second power, and finally 1 divided by 1 times 10 to the minus 3. This is the same thing as writing 1 times 10 and then maybe use this bottom or this bottom in order to write times 10 to the minus 3 power. And then I use this. So the answer is 5,683.304896 millimeters. I could use this kind of notation, but I don't like it. I like to use scientific notation in these cases. So it would be 5 times 68 33. I always use just 4 significant digits after the comma or the point, times 10 to the third power millimeters. And that's, guys, the results for this exercise.